And I want to welcome everybody back from lunch. We have a jam-packed afternoon still of content and information. Just kind of looking down um, our list of presenters. We have Tristan, who be it's actually he has recorded because he had to travel due to a last minute situation that came up. So he was gracious enough to do a recording, a meditation exercise. Sadie mentioned Qigong and some of those Eastern um, practices, if you will. And so he's done that special treat for us. I actually worked out with him and his wife right up until I gave birth to my first. And then I continued to use his qigong and meditation stuff over the years, so I can endorse it for sure. It just kind of reduces the stress levels, and I'll let him explain that a little bit more. Then, following that, we have our discussion with Rabbi Amy Cohen and Minister Pearson, led by Phil Lowy, our own board member. Amanda will be on after that to talk about bringing fertility benefits to the workplace. Dr. Sandeep Mystery, Sunny Mystery, will be on following that to talk about male fertility and the role of a healthy lifestyle. Then we have Poonam Sharma, who will be talking about the emotional impact of fertility and support groups. And then Jean Dooley with Michelle Rosas, who will be talking about how to plan for financial challenges of affording infertility treatments and beyond. And then I'll kind of leave you with some tips and sort of share some stories of hope and inspiration at the very, very end of our segment. So, looking forward to the afternoon. And with that, I want to go ahead and dive into the meditation segment with Tristan. So, give me just a moment to pull that up, and kind of a good way to help with digestion and get moving after lunch. So, I will turn this over to him.
Hello, my name is Tristan Truscott, and I'm so grateful to get to be with you today here, part of the Infertility Awareness Summit in conjunction with the Fertility Foundation of Texas and their Fertility and Beyond mission. Now, my dear friend Heather and Brandon Tankersley, they invited me to share some things with you today, and so I don't want to take too much of your time, but I want to give you a special morning routine that can help your body and your mind to have natural energy flow when you wake up, and some tools to combat stress when it gets a little bit crazy during the day. Now, I got to witness the beautiful journey that Heather and Brandon went through. Wow, it was about 5 years ago now since their beautiful Emma showed up on the scene, and now we've got little 3-year-old Ellie running around. They have had to have routines to take care of their body and their mind, and they had trained with my wife Sabrina and I at our health and fitness school studio here in Austin, Texas. And one of the things that we teach our students is a beautiful ancient art. It's a moving meditation type art called Qigong. Now, Qigong, it's at least 6,000 years old. It's considered the grandfather of Tai Chi. So Tai Chi, you've probably seen, maybe you've practiced those beautiful flowing moves we see people doing in the park sometimes. It's all about health and flow and something known as life force or Qi. Now, I discovered this training, this type of training, being a martial artist for decades. I had a back injury and my body wasn't healing. And this is why I think this is important for all of us. When the life force, the energy inside the body is compressed, shut down or blocked due to stress, injury, worry, fatigue, not sleeping, and things like that, it gets stagnant, it gets blocked. It's what the acupuncturists are trying to help us with their little needles. They're putting them on acupoints or meridian channels that open up those gateways or channels so the healthy energy can flow correctly again. Think of it kind of like a garden hose and the water is flowing through the hose, but somebody puts a rock on it or you get a kink in it and the water can't flow correctly. Well, what these ancient teachers discovered was that when you open the channels in the body, much like the way blood flows through our vessels, when you open those channels, you start feeling pretty good. You start having a lot of natural energy. And so my back wasn't healing from a lot of worry and compression from too many years of overdoing things. And I was led to this art. And I trained with someone who was visiting from China at the time. And I felt some really nice things happening in my body. And what I felt was a release, a relaxation. I will say it felt open. And my joints, my muscles, the areas that felt tight and compromised started to naturally open up. And the energy started to flow better. And eventually I was able to heal my back pain. Now, what's amazing is that other people, depending on what their body needs most, when they use these movements that I'm going to show you in just a moment, it opens their body up where they need it most. So this will be a short 5-minute routine, but the way I'll teach it to you right now, and you'll get a copy of this, I'm sure, so you can just have the short routine to do in the mornings later, and you won't have to write anything down right now. You'll have it all. But I'll do a private lesson, and I'll break each move down for you and kind of explain what it does and how it works. And then we'll do the follow along together. Sound good? All right, so this is a morning activator. It's going to help open up your spine. It's going to get your breath flowing really, really well, which is going to help minimize any of that overstress hormone in the body known as cortisol. So sometimes I think what will happen, we wake up in the morning and the brain turns on. It's like, oh my gosh, I have all these things I have to do, or all this stuff that I've been thinking about that I'm worrying about. And that's not a great way to establish ourselves in the flow of the day. So here's what you do. You stand and you just, once you get up out of the bed, maybe you've moved around a little bit, and you just put your feet together and you feel like the center of your chest is opening, and you stretch your shoulders back and you open your hands up and you just start to lengthen your spine, lengthen your neck, and breathe down in your belly. Now you might even want to now bring your hands to your tummy. So I'd start like this. All right, here we go. New fresh day. Bring it on, right? And then you put your hands on your lower belly. And you take a nice deep diaphragmatic breath, so we're oxygenating the whole system. And you make an audible sound and you just let go. And you breathe out any of the cares and worries that might be showing up. And you breathe in again. You set an intention. It's going to be a great day. Awesome. Now you'll bend your knees a little and you'll open your feet. Again, I'll walk you through this slowly and then we'll do it together. You don't have to bend a lot, especially in the morning. The body can tend to be stiff. The spine, the back, etc. can be stiff. We're just going to bend the knees a little, and then we're going to come up and we're going to raise the arms up nice and high and reach the fingers to the sky and breathe in. Okay, so now here comes the moving meditation part. As your hands lower slowly, and you can take multiple breaths, but you might end up just having one slow breath. You're moving really, really slow. It's a type of mindful movement. And now you're starting to bend your knees again, and your arms will come behind your body a little. This is opening up the chest and stretching the spine, and you look up a little. Okay? Let's try that again. So you breathe in and up. You can do it with me right now if you'd like. I wish I was with you live. I'm on an airplane right now in reality time with my wife, but we're piping in through the video. Here we are. Okay, so we're coming down. Notice, you might even notice a little bit of tingling in and around your arms. And if you do, that's a really good sign. That's life force. It's also known as Qi. Breathing in, long spine. Okay, so that's the basic premise. As you warm up, you'll drop in a little bit more in your legs, and you'll stretch your chest and keep looking up and look from the side. Booty goes out just a little, but it's all about your spine right now, activating and waking up the natural energy flow through the spine. Okay? The spine is like an information highway. It's what helps connect the brain and the body. But when you marry it with slow breathing, you create this incredible neurological connection. Your brain will light back up. If you've ever had brain fog in the morning, sometimes what we'll do is we'll get out of the bed maybe and go and sit down and drink the cup of coffee, and we're still in a bit of a slouched mode. Well, everything's shut down and compressed in the spine. As soon as you start opening up your body and that info highway, if you will, things start to light up. The body and the brain start coming online together. That's the basic premise here. Now, we're going to go a little bit further for those of you who want to work on your balance. Something that's really important during pregnancy, I've been told, is that the center of gravity changes. So it can pull us a little bit off of our center. And so we're learning to recalibrate that balance all the time. Well, one thing you can do challenge that, but not over challenge it in this particular movement, is you lightly come up on your toes. So if you can see my feet here, I'm just lightly coming up. Okay, this is good for the ankles, stretching them in the morning. You might even hear a little crack or a pop as they're aligning. Now you do the same movement as the arms come up. You will then come up on your tippy toes. Again, this is optional. And depending on your body state, you might not go down very low. Okay, so you're breathing in and coming up, rising up if you so desire. This is great for men and women. Now, what I like to do sometimes during the day if I do this routine is I'm actually saying something to myself. I'm saying flow, because I want good healthy flow in my body, and then I'm saying the word down. So it's kind of like settle down, calm down, cool down, flow down. Okay? Here's another option. If you're feeling uncomfortable raising your arms up too high, you don't have to do that. You can still activate this energy flow. Breathe your arms up to about throat level and let them float back down. Okay? So do that one more time. Breathing in. The air and the inhalation on rising, and then exhalation on sinking. Flow down. All right, excellent. Now what we're doing is we're going to move into the next exercise, which is, so this one is called the towering tree. You just this big, strong, towering tree. And then you can add those little rises through the feet. That's your add-on. Awesome. Now, when you finish this last movement, your arms will come up and around, and it's almost like you're starting to hug a big tree. And you pull your hands in. Again, another moving meditation here. You'll stretch your chest back, and you'll pull your shoulder blades together. Okay, so now we're getting more into the chest, shoulder area. And then we push the arms gently forwards. Now the name of this movement is called pushing through the Qi wall. Now I know this sounds a little out there, but there is energy not only inside your body, but around your body. If you've ever been walking across the floor, the carpet, and you've been shuffling your feet and you touch somebody or a knob and you get a little zap, well, that's because our bodies are conductors of energy, right? We can transfer that energy. The ancients believe that you have energy all around you, and that field, that energy field, is something that you can work with. The word Qigong means energy work. It's like you're working with your breath and your energy. So it's not uncommon, and I bring it up because sometimes people do feel this energy as they push their arms through the field. So you're bringing the hands in. It's something to explore. I like to tell my students to be open-minded skeptics. Just be open. I wasn't very open in the beginning with Tai Chi. I thought some of the things I heard people say were a little bit out there, a little bit woo-woo. And lo and behold, I started to feel the Qi between my palms. And what's really cool about what we're doing, especially if you do start to feel it in your hands, is you can take that energy and you can put it in different places in your body for healing, for comfort. Like if you have a tight lower back, which is something that, of course, can show up, you can take your healing hands and put them. Or Papa, when you're developing that energy, you can put that on your wife's shoulders. You can massage with it. It's what the massage therapists and the healers discover. Their hands get warm. Have you ever noticed that when someone's giving you a massage? Not just from friction, but there's a heat in their hands. We have this capacity to have more health, more vitality, more healing when everything is in flow. And so we're playing with and exploring the possibility of there being this healing energy that we can feel around our body. It's also a really nice thought, isn't it? That we can expand our energy and that others can feel good vibrations. You know how you say to some people, you got a really good vibe, right? What is that? How is that we can feel vibe? vibration. I like the feeling of that. So that's what you're doing. You're pushing your hands through the chi wall and noticing for a little bit of an electromagnetic sensation. Okay, so just put that out there. Mainly, if you want to look at the mechanics of this, you're opening your chest, your sternum, you're pulling your shoulder blades together, and you're activating a healthy spine. Now there is a little rise, so I'm pulling in, and then I'm going down. So that's our private lesson for that movement. Now what we do is we stand in a posture called hug the tree. Now this one, you'll feel your arms over time get stronger. This is called the hug the tree posture. It's designed to develop this strength in the upper back. So again, we're talking about opening the spine and having a strong, healthy spine. Here you are holding this posture, and you will notice over time that the tendons in the arms and the shoulders get really strong. Now, if that becomes too heavy, you just slowly lower your arms down. And the slower you go, the more you might feel the energy. And then you can bring them back up, and you're hugging the tree. Okay? Excellent. All right, from here, what we're going to do is allow the arms just to float down. We'll pick them up one more time, bring them back into the center. This is a rotational movement. You're going to take both of your feet and slightly turn them in, and we're going to turn and rotate. Watch the hands. The hands are going to rotate also, and it's called turn to embrace the moon. Now what you'll feel here, and don't over twist ever, if you're feeling that that's too much, just do a little bit. Depending on your body and your structure, your ribs and your oblique muscles on the side will get a nice stretch, and you just look up, and then you come back to here, and you breathe out. So here's the breath work. You turn, lead with your head, turn your palms up. It's like you're embracing a picture of the moon. And then you bring it back, breathe out. Breathe in as you come up. And you'll feel your spine opening a little bit more with every rotation. Breathing out and breathing in. Okay? Turning to embrace the moon. Very good. And we'll come back to center. And then you just lightly shake. Shake your body, shake your system. We're going to bring our feet back together. We'll take a nice breath, bring our arms up, and then let them float down the front. This move is called come to center. It's the ending movement. You do it 3 times, and it's just to balance yourself and your energy after your session. Now, I spoke of this energy field a little bit more than I thought that I would, but I have to, and here's why. I was teaching an energy mastery course today, a certification. If you want any information about these arts, if you want to learn more about them, you can certainly go to our website, and I'm sure that a link will be made available for you. It's Sartori, S-A-T-O-R-I, method.com. And we are here in Austin, Texas, and we've had our own school in Westlake in Austin for over 25 years now. We're 100% online. Anyway, I was doing a mastery certification program, and these are for holistic therapists and practitioners, acupuncturists, naturopaths, coaches, people who are trying to help others with their health and their vitality. Lovely, lovely people. And as we were going through the program, there was so much feedback that people could actually feel this energy. And it's kind of fascinating. So I brought it up today more than I thought I would, only because it changed my health on such a massive level. And I know that it can help you too. The movements alone are wonderful for your spine, your muscles, your joints. But this internal energy, this life force, which is hard to put a finger on, I get that. But if the acupuncturist can use those little needles And my mother-in-law swears by this stuff. She gets acupuncture every single week. She's in her 80s and she always feels better. There's something there, right? So if you explore this art and you explore the energy of you, maybe, just maybe, it can do some miraculous things in your life. I healed my back and the doctor said I would never do martial arts again. I tell you, they were wrong. I can kick, punch, move, and I could barely walk for 5 years. I've seen incredible things. I've had a student come in on a cane, going blind and deaf in one side of his head and losing his balance because he'd just been diagnosed with MS. 5 years later, Tommy Schultz became one of my best black belts. This stuff continues to blow my mind. I hear these stories all the time. I heard one today of a lady who was mostly bedridden because of vertigo, and she had to be in a horizontal position all the time. And she actually came upon one of my videos, much like this, where I taught a movement called spinning the orbit. As ironic as that is, her head was spinning. The spinning of the energy and moving it, she said, is what helped her get off the bed and start to rebalance her body. And she's actually gotten off all her medications from these natural therapies she's doing. She got certified today to become an energy arts teacher. I just think it's so powerful. So I just wanted to share those couple of stories with you to inspire you to investigate beyond what we've done so far. So let's go through the whole routine together. And here we go. Starting in this opening posture, this will be the whole series and I will add music to it. And I won't talk very much right now so that you can enjoy just going through the routine. And we begin. Nice deep breaths. Audible sound. Set an intention for the day. Check in with your belly breathing. Open the feet shoulder width apart. Bending down, rising up, breathing in. Flowing down. Arching back slightly. Stretching further. Rising up. Fill your lungs with breath. Lengthen your spine. Reach your fingers. Flowing down. Optionally coming up on the toes. Flowing down. Stretch more, look up. One more. Up on the toes. If you lose your balance, that's okay. Come on down. Bring the arms around, open your feet a little wider, drawing in. Stretch your chest, pull your shoulder blades back, drop down, press. Move slow. Bring a smile. Excited about the day. Press. Feeling stronger. Feeling grounded and balanced. My body is strong. My body is able. Stretch your fingers a little. Last one. Press. Lower the arms. Hug the tree. If you'd like, you can add a little expansion, and breathe in. Fill your body with more energy. Relax. Expand and breathe. Strong shoulders and arms. One more. This is great to do during the day to combat stress. Very grounding, very recentering. Arms drop down. Bring your feet in slightly. Arms up. Pigeon toe your feet. Turn to embrace the moon. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Bring your hands down, bring your feet together, reach up. Come to center. Short, simple, and sweet. Easy to implement in the morning before the busyness of the day. Setting a clean, clear intention for healthy flow between the brain and the body. We've opened up the info highway. We've used the breath to help facilitate natural energy flow. Last time, we've calmed the nervous system. We've put ourselves in the healing phase. The relaxation response fully kicks in. Cortisol levels drop. The body's in an optimal state for not only healing, but life generation. You've given yourself more vital force. You've connected to it through correct breathing, through opening those energy channels, from clearing blocks and stagnation, from creating a healthy, happy spine. You create the perfect environment for life to be inside of you. Thank you so much for allowing me to share this with you. I'm so grateful, and I honor the journey that you're on. Thank you. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Much love.